Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. It is, what is it today? The 20th of September. Man, time is going by fast here. Summer's going to end here in just a couple more days. I can't believe how fast fall is coming, but I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, decided to mix it up a little bit and start with some music there, but I don't know. We'll see if we'll do it again. I might get busted for copyright, so I should probably say the name of the song. It's the single called Alive by Icom. Reason why I picked it, it actually has a ham radio tower in it. Right there. You can see right there. I don't know. Something a little different. Just going to mix it up today. Thanks again for watching. This is the Greg K6EGG live stream. We're going to be on 144.250 today. Might go up to the 2-meter call frequency if we don't hear anybody on here, or if I don't hear anybody on here. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, anybody new in the watching the channel? Oh, we got Andy watching. Hello, Andy. Always the first one in the chat there. Or one of the first ones. Martin's in there quite often as well. Up late there in Europe. Was it about 8 p.m.? Or, sorry, 2 a.m. Sorry. Anyways, let's get to some radio here on the Greg K6EGG live stream.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 144.250 upper sideband, City of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport.
Going to be one of those nights. Let's try again here.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, live from the City of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport. Anybody on frequency?
You get back in the chat. I have more people listening to me on YouTube than I am watching or listening on the radio right now. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go over to 2-meter call. I'll find a nice little hot button for that. I didn't realize. Got to turn my Mirage B320G off of sideband and to FM so I don't kill the relays in it.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring 146.520 City of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport.
Guess some of the people are on HF tonight. Sounds fairly clean.
Try one more time here. This is Greg, K6EGG, in the City of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport, monitoring 146.520. Anybody out there on frequency by chance?
Looks like we got Ray and Andy in the chat tonight. Andy's over in Europe. Ray looks like he's over in Ohio on his way home to Pennsylvania. see what's going on here, back here on this frequency, and if not, I'll go over to maybe the Papa system for a little bit. Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, monitoring 144,250 upper sideband, city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino airport. All right, do you think I should go to the Papa system, reflector 12A, and see what's going on there? I do. I was just about ready to give up, and I heard your voice. I was literally just changing over to UHF to go to the Papa system. I have no signal on you, but I have good audio on you tonight. The other day, I had really good signal and audio, so conditions are probably just a little bit different today.
Yeah, they're not quite as good, but yeah, I've got a good copy on you. So you're going to go play on DStar?
I think I'll probably stay here and see if some crowd comes back over here. I normally go over there if nobody's here or this one's really busy. So it was nice talking to you on DStar yesterday. It was the first time I talked mobile. Well, actually, that's not true. On the Papa system there, but I did talk a couple nights with Bill N6UTD on the Papa system at night. It does. The thing is, and I think I was mentioning it yesterday, Santiago has a natural shadow on the 60 and then at the 57 all the way down to Brea and the 60 all the way to the 605. So I have trouble hearing that one, at least the Santiago repeaters right there. So, and the OAT doesn't come in till probably about industry for me. So it's hard to get in on DStar into LA and in the Orange County.
Yeah, I guess they're having trouble right now with Blue Ridge. So I don't know if that repeater's up or down.
Blue Ridge is in the desert, correct?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the mountain from you, but I don't know, you could be able to hit it.
I can't hit much in the high desert for some reason. The only person I can hit is, or I can hit a couple people, but Curtis AJ60. But any of the repeaters out in the high desert, I can't touch for some reason.
Roger. Of course, you can always switch over to Keller Peak and tell the guys to meet you there. Most people can hit that one.
Yeah, Keller Peak has actually really good coverage on the 60, which I didn't think about. We could have moved over there yesterday.
Get a good signal off that machine. Oops, did the band change?
No, I still got you in there. I was just looking up the Papa system repeaters here.
All right, I'm going to play with HF on DStar on HF and see what I can do. I haven't heard anybody on any of the frequencies, but I've been trying.
Yeah, it's been very quiet today. I met up with Denny K6EGG in Corona for a late breakfast, early lunch, which was pretty good. I think Dale ZGR was on frequency as well. Doesn't look like Blue Ridge has covered my area, and it looks like on their Papa system there's some red next to the analog and DMR repeaters on what's it called? pardon me, online.
Well, I'm surprised you can't hit Santiago all the way in. Boy, I wouldn't have thought it had a shadow there.
Santiago is for some reason on the 60 for notoriously blocked. I can kind of hear it in and out, and even the analog repeaters are not as good. I mean, you can kind of hear them; it's a little better, but as for digital, you know, either you have it or you don't. So it's kind of a little frustrating. Yeah, it looks like they have a new Papa analog repeater, Papa 28. It's out in Needles. So it looks like it just got turned on, but it's not linked yet, as far as the website says. That'd be pretty cool desert coverage out there with Needles. I mean, Needles will cover a lot of area.
Yeah, I wonder if it's on that mountain before you get into Needles. I've seen all kinds of antennas up there. I wonder if that's where they located it.
And I wonder if that Needles repeater will cover Laughlin, too.
That's a good question. It just might.
And if they put one on somewhere around Baker, that whole coverage area of the desert should be pretty good.
Yeah, that would be a good location. Right there by the Bun Boy.
I think there's a mountain. It's just south of Baker that I see a bunch of antennas on. I can't think of the name of it though.
Yeah, I've never really noticed it. Anyway, I'm going to get out here. Maybe we wait and woken some of the people up. We'll have someone to talk to.
Yep, copy that. All right, Ron, you take care. This is Greg, K6EGG, City of Chino, 2 miles north of the beautiful Chino Airport. Me too, pal. Nice talking to you again. Anybody else out there in frequency? This is Greg, K6EGG, City of Chino. And I just put another choke on my mic. Sounds pretty quiet. I'm going to go back over to 2-meter FM call frequency if anybody's on there. So this is Greg, K6EGG, QSY 146520.
I'll listen in for a minute.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, monitoring 146520, City of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport. All right, I'm going to move over to DStar. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Wait here for a few minutes just to see if somebody else is talking here. Anybody new in the chat? I got to refresh my page. I'm having some technical difficulties and didn't even realize it. Oh, maybe I'm not. Anybody new watching tonight? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Can't get my my confidence stream going here. Oh, there it goes. I think. So anybody watching the stream from outside the area? Right now, I'm listening to the Papa DStar system. They have about, I think, 12 repeaters. Let me look here. I have 10. 10 repeaters in Southern California, and they're all tied to reflector 12A. So if anybody's outside the area, jump on reflector 12A, and I'll be able to talk to you. It's going to be one of those quiet nights tonight. It is a Monday, though. People have the Mondays today. This is my Friday. I was off on Friday. Tomorrow's my Saturday.
K6EGG N3EPA mobile.
Here we go.
Good evening, Ray. Nice to talk to you. Probably got my hint on YouTube here.
I did. I didn't want to jump in there in case somebody else was. I get to talk to you a lot, so I just wanted to give somebody else a chance there. N3EPA.
Yeah, I was kind of holding off. Sometimes this repeater system starts to get a little busy, so I didn't want to, talk over anybody or if somebody's waiting for somebody, so I decided to wait and then solicit to see if anybody wanted to come on via YouTube. So anybody listening on their hotspot, I'm also on YouTube. You can look up my call letters, K6EGG, K6EGG, and you should see the live stream there. And Ray, you on your hotspot right now? Hey, Ray, you still there in Ohio?
I had a little problem with an N3 EPA.
N3 EPA.
Are you back now?
Yeah, I sure am. I'm back. N3 EPA.
And I must say, you're probably the only person I know that runs an Icom 9700 mobile. So it's good to hear you there. And did you get the OpenSpot 3 for your hotspot?
I use the jumbo spot, and
Hey, Ray, I think you dropped out there. You just said you used the jumbo spot, and then you were starting to say something else and cut out.
I might have to reset my jumbo spot there.
Okay, copy that. Go ahead and give it a try. See if it gets any better. I'll take a standby here. This is Greg, K6EGG, in the city of Chino, and also on YouTube. If you type in my call letters, K6EGG, and you should see a live stream.
And hello, everybody watching new on the stream. I think I just heard somebody pop in there. I stream about 2 or 3 days a week, depending on my schedule. Local ham radio here in Southern California. Also jump on this repeater system as well as the Keller Peak repeater. That's on 70 Charlie, I believe. And we got Don DUO watching the ball game. I guess it's Monday, right? Monday Night Football. Normally I'm on 144, 250 upper sideband. Seemed a little quiet there, so I switch between the two. And also once in a while on reflector 70 Charlie. So anybody outside the area, feel free to jump in on reflector 12A. Or if you're came over from listening on the Papa system, and I want to say hello to KK4QAM watching from Alabama. Welcome aboard. I don't recognize that call letters. I don't know if this is your first time, but if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Come on a couple times a week, and most importantly, if you have DStar, you can jump on here. Reflector 12A. Oh man, that's a bummer. Yeah, the hotspots are going to kind of change ham radio, especially for people that live not close to a repeater system. Just checking out your QRZ page there, Don. I'm going to put that baby up. You got a heck of a logbook there. So you're in Alabama, Sweetwater, Alabama. I don't think I've been there before. Yeah. Been down in Mobile a couple times working college football. Like there was a college football, I think it was senior game or something like that, Senior Bowl. That was about a few years back, and I've been to Pensacola a couple times. Never into Sweetwater. I don't think I've been by it. I've been through Montgomery as well. That was years and years ago. Icom V8000. I don't remember that one. And the Icom 2300, that does DStar as well as the handheld you have there, the 5100. Can't wait till that new DStar handheld comes out. Yeah, you also have a YouTube page. Subscribe. You have just about the same subscribers as I have. Cool deal. Subscribe up if you're new. Subscribe up to Don's page. Feel free to do the same on mine if you can. Oops. Sorry, I'm hitting my pen here. I used to smoke, so I wanted to smoke, and I can't. And that was like 21 years, 9 months, and 20 days ago. But who's counting?
AJ6B.
Oh, we got Andy. Thank you for subscribing as well there, Don. Appreciate it. I'll check out your streams here when I get offline.
K6EGG. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Andy. Welcome aboard.
You're not too far away from me, it looks like. You looks like you at home?
Home? Yes, sir. Just turned the computer on and saw you over there.
Yeah, the 2-meter sideband was quiet, so I decided to come up here and talk to Ray, N3EPA. He's talked to us on sideband here locally, that the truck driver that drives the 9700, or that has a 9700 he drives with. He was popped over here. He was on, I think he's in Ohio right now.
Man, isn't digital cool?
It's very cool. We got Don out there watching in Alabama, KK4QAM. He would love to join us, but he has no digital repeaters by him, and he's in the middle of some analog country, and he's waiting to get a hotspot. But I think he might join us as soon as he does.
Very cool. Out in Nashville, where we're looking at moving, kind of the same thing, a lot of analog, not too much, a little bit of digital, but not too much. I may have to be the digital connection out there when I move.
Yeah, man, you can keep up with all of us. I might get myself a hotspot myself, just for the heck of it now. Put it in my car.
Not a bad way to go. It's a little pricey, but once you got it, there's not much you can't do with it.
Absolutely, and I think the Open Spot 3 will cross-pollinate, so I can talk in on DStar and come out through the hotspot, connect to like a DMR or P25 system type reflector type deal. I don't know what they're called, actually, so pardon my elementary use there.
I need to take this off mute and listen to my audio. I'm at 20%. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, you sound great. I'm at like 85%. I normally don't change it to go between analog or analog sideband to digital.
So 85% here sounds okay?
Yeah, I didn't notice much difference in audio. Sounds about the same. I could kind of hear a little bit of background noise, but that's no big deal. Do I sound okay at the mic gain setting I have?
Yeah, you sound fine. No problems at all.
And Denny, KN6KNE, and I were in your neck of the woods where we had breakfast, I would say a late breakfast, early lunch over at the Corona Airport Cafe. It was really good.
Trying to leave a gap in there in case someone wants to jump in. That was this morning, I take it?
Yeah, we bet about 10. It's actually pretty decent. Talk some radio and stuff. He has like a little mag mount on his car. I heard him. I was in the middle, in between my QTH and Corona Airport, and you know where I am just about. And I heard him on his 5-watt handheld with the mag mount all the way past the 91 and Green River, which was surprising.
Yeah, the mag mounts work well if you get them center mounted. Was it on the roof?
It was definitely on the roof, but I think it was closer to the door because of the length of the coax, but don't quote me on that. But where it was doing very well. I almost might want to think about putting a mag mount on my car. I might get a little more range on my radio.
Oh. K6EGG.
Hello, Nick in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome aboard.
K6EGG.
VK3FCCK.
Go ahead, FCCK. Nick out in Melbourne, Australia. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Hey, good idea. I think your name is Greg. Is that correct? There, over?
That is affirmative, and I'm also on YouTube as well. If you type in my call letters, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. It's nice to hear you, Nick, and good afternoon, I guess, or late morning for you.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Greg. Just wondering who you're talking to because I can't hear him. I can't hear him at my end. I can only hear you there, over.
Yeah, Andy, AJ6BE, 2 people now have said, one in the chat said they're not hearing you through the reflector, so I don't know if you have your CQ on. I'm talking to Andy, AJ6BE in Norco, which is not too far away, about 10 miles, or it would be about 18 kilometers away.
Yeah, okay, Greg. Very good evening to you, Andy. But I can't hear on my end. I'm on reflector 12 alpha. Maybe on the CQ, but yeah, I just can't hear you at all. Sorry about that.
Hey, Andy, AJ6BE, do you want to give it a try again and get a hold of Nick there, FCCK, out in Melbourne, Australia?
I've got the CQ thing on there, but I'm going to mess with my settings because I'm not going through the reflector clearly. AJ6B, I'll be clear for a bit.
So, Nick, I take it you didn't hear him come back, correct?
Yes, confirm with you, Greg. I can't hear him at all. I can only hear you, but I just can't hear Andy. But anyway, look, thanks for coming back to my call. I'll leave you guys continue on with your choice, though, and thanks for coming back to my call. And stay safe in 73.
Thanks for coming in there, Nick. I appreciate it. And if you're interested in, if you have a computer by, you can type in my call letters Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf into YouTube, and you can see a live stream and hear your broadcast or your radio go broadcast to my YouTube channel. So you could check that out. But anyways, you have a nice rest of your morning there in Melbourne, Australia. And this is Greg, K6EGG, here in the city of Chino, California. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Greg. Well, 73s and stay safe. All the best. Bye-bye for now.
That was pretty cool and surprising. Just talked to Nick, VK3 FCCK. I almost want to say, put another letter in there, a uniform letter in there. Pretty cool stuff. It's great to hear somebody from overseas on the reflector. That's probably only the third time I've talked to somebody overseas. Via DStar. The first one was Nick over in New Zealand, and I talked to Kim. It's a male. HU2IPB. He was over in South Korea. So I'm going to have to keep a little log of this. And it's a cheap log here. And it's blank here. So, gonna have to fill this up. HL2IPB, and that was 8/21. And this is 9/20/21, and that's it's VK3FCCK. It's Nick. This is Kim. So anybody else watching on YouTube and you hear us talking here, we're on reflector 12A, 12 alpha. Here on the Papa system in Southern California. We just talked to Nick out in Melbourne, Australia, VK3FCCK. I think I can throw away that now.
KK4QAM.
Hey, Don in Alabama, I got you there.
Hey, Greg. Good to finally hear you. I had to rush around and found my Raspberry Pi and hotspot, had it plugged up, and finally made it in.
Excellent. It's great to hear some new people out here today. You just missed a I think it was Nick over in Melbourne, Australia, VK3FCCK. Kind of a surprise. I was like, hey, that's a new voice. And I saw the callers pop up. I'm like, that's pretty cool stuff. Kind of liking the DStar thing right now. And it's great to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've been on the digital modes here, but I've got capability for DStar, DMR, and System Fusion. But I used to be a regular here on 12 Alpha, talking to one or two of my friends out there, K6EGG and 86DM.
HQD, that sounds familiar. I think he has a YouTube page too as well. Is that correct?
Yes, actually both of them do, but Jerry, HQD, he was a big soda operator, and he's got some very bad illnesses going on right now, so he's trying to take a break, and he's recuperating and actually thinking about doing some parks on the air.
Well, I hope HQD is feeling better. I have talked to him on the national call frequency, and I think it was from a Hilltop soda activation on 146.520. And then he mentioned his YouTube page, and I found some pretty cool stuff on there. I'm actually very useful. So I hope he's doing better, and I hope he gets on the air here soon.
Oh yeah, I think he's on the mend, but I believe it's going to take a good long while to do so.
Copy that. I also have Andy, AJ6BE in there. He's working on his radio. He says he's not connected to the reflector for some reason, so he's looking into that, so hopefully he can join us. It's too bad you just missed that Australia contact. He might be listening still, so you might want to give him a call, see if he's still listening. This is Greg, K6EGG, City of Chino, California.
Okay, this is KK4QAM. I'm not sure about the call sign, but the Australian channel, station, are you still on?
That's a bummer. His call was VK3FCCK, and he was in. His name was Nick, and he was in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay, yeah. Maybe he just decided to get off, and I can't remember the other call sign that you said, but maybe he'll get the bugs worked out on his end as well.
I'm gonna take a standby real quick here, Don. I gotta take care of an email. Someone's asking me about something. I think he's listening on the DStar thing here. So I'll be right back here. K6EGG.
Okay, Greg, I'll be standing by as well. KK4QAM.
N3 EPA still listening.
N3 EPA.
N3 EPAs, KK4QAM. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm watching the live stream too. I hear you on there. Heard you talking with Greg there. This is the N3 EPA Mobile in Ohio.
Very good. I'm working with ID51A and a hotspot here in southwest Alabama.
Very good, Don. I'm running a 9700 in my truck here. I get to play radio in the truck. I don't get to do it at home, so I bring all my toys with me. Back to you.
Oh yeah, I can totally understand that. Luckily, I'm able to have the radios here in the house as well in the vehicle.
I kill a lot of time. I got the 7300 and the 9700 in the truck. I kill a lot of time with my toys there. Keeps me busy.
Yeah, roger that. That's a good thing. I used to be able to talk in the mornings on the way to work, but my schedule changed, and now I'm going in about an hour early before everybody else gets up. So, I miss out on that.
Okay, Don, I'm going to take a little standby there. KK4QAM, N3 EPA. It's been nice talking to you. I'll be sitting here listening. N3 EPA Mobile.
Okay, nice talking to you, N3 EPAs, KK4QAM. I'm going to stand by for a few minutes. My battery's getting a little low.
So for those of you watching, I don't want to say the person's callers, but they just emailed me and was asking me. I don't know if they're watching on YouTube also. So, do you remember what PW used for registering on that gateway? I don't know what a PW is, and it looked like I needed to finish something when I clicked on the link that he sent me. Please complete your registration at server. I don't want to say the server. Yada yada yada. So I don't know what I need to do here. Missing entry with space ID. I don't know what a space ID is. I'm already logged in, so I don't know how to log out. I might need some help. And I don't want to put this email online. But he was here locally, here in Southern California. Hopefully he'll email me back and explain what I'm doing wrong, because it sounds like I'm not doing something right. Do I register a password? Yeah, I have a password. I can get in. I'm in right now. I do have a password. I am confused, and I was hoping somebody else would pop up on the frequency. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Don. It is password. He just emailed me back, but I mean, I can get into the server. User information, personal information. I don't know if I want to put this in here. If the station has multiple radios, the target call sign will be designated by the initial. The initial, space, or capital English letter as the last character. Special reserved initials are G for gateway and S for server. I used H for home. I'm going to put this up. Screw it. I don't know. And of course, I got like 9 people watching right now, and I'm not talking on the radio, so I apologize. Just working out a few technical issues somebody is helping me out with. So anybody watching, jump on Reflector 12A. We had a couple people out there. Andy, AJ6BE, Don, KK4QAM, Ray, N3, spacing on his call letters, N3 EPA, and he is mobile on the 9700 out in Ohio. Where does the reflector go? Hit use reflector. Oh, I know why. He needs to update his call letters. Andy, if you're watching, you need to update your call letters. Yeah, Denny, we're on 2 meter. I'm sorry, we're on DStar right now. Andy, you need to update your call letters, and I'll give you the call letters. Holy crap. They changed their call letters, I think, like 3 weeks ago on the repeater. So, Papa System repeaters, DStar repeaters. Sorry, I don't want to show this on the air again.
K6IAN.
For those of you watching on YouTube, I am kind of helping out Andy AJ6BE with his radio. He was not being heard on the reflector because the repeater had changed its call letters from KJ6GRS to KM6LVQ. So he needed to set the R1 to KJ6 KM6LVQB and space B, and then R2 should be on KM6LVQ space G, and G for the gateway to connect to the reflector, I believe. And I'm also dealing with an issue. I need to finish something on my DStar registration, which I'm a little confused about. So maybe if Bill is out there, UTD, he's watching every now and again. I'm trying to get on the gateway again.
K6EGG, how do you copy KN6KNE?
You sound great into the repeater. Are you into the repeater directly, or you're going through their hotspot? K6EGG.
I was trying the repeater, no luck. When I keyed up, I can see that the new call letters come up, as you saw. So I gave up. I use my open slot 3 now.
I'm going to take a quick standby. I think I got to finish my registration with DStar. Are you registered with DStar?
Yeah, I got that. I got that done a while ago. Yeah, you're supposed to get some confirmation or something. So I don't think it's instant. The KN6KNE listening and standing by on the side.
I'm reading this. I thought I did that a couple months ago. It's weird stuff. I have 10 people watching me not do anything. Hopefully someone will pop up and talk. Basically, where you put the letter in on the entry, you want to put a space bar. Now I can't get back into my gateway. It says I'm already logged in, so I don't know. Okay, let's start this again. It won't let me get into my... I got all kinds of people there talking to me. Oh, I see what I need to do. I see what I need to do. Okay. Ian is awesome here. If I can get back into my
AJ6BE.
I see AJ6DE call sign KN6KNE. I'm going through the repeater now.
Let's see if that fixed the problem.
Man, I can't get into my... I cannot get into my... How do I get back in here? History... It says I'm already logged in and I can't do anything. So let's go here.
I can hear the different audio qualities via the live stream. And I gotta go walk the dog. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. KN6KNE.
N6 UTD, N6 UTD at W6MDA.
All right. Oh man, I can't get back into my gateway now for some reason. Oh, that's why. I can't get into my gateway now on DStar. How frustrating is this? We've got 11 people watching. I can't even talk on the radio now. How do I sign out? How do I sign out? Do this? Okay, there we go. All right. It won't let me do this. I remember doing this before. Okay. Hey, everybody watching. I'm trying to do this, and it won't let me select a field. So I don't know what the deal is.
K6EGG, 10-3 EPA. Packing 6 gun says click delete and clear it and then update, and then you can do it again.
I've actually tried that. I'm trying to do it right now, and it still won't let me do it for some reason. It won't let me put anything in the field.
Can you hear me? It won't let me do anything in the field here. That's very strange. I remember I had this problem before when I was doing this. So that's probably why it wouldn't let me finish, unfortunately. Sorry for all you guys watching today. Hopefully we'll be talking on some radio. Click the item and enter and edit. Yeah, I can't do anything here. But, oh, there it goes. Hey, it worked. So space and then H. It won't let me do space. Oops. There we go. Hey, it worked that time. Let's see if I'm working. Yep, just fixed it to capital letters. That was my bad. So I should be good to go? What does that change exactly? And first off, K6IAN, I really appreciate your help, along with Brian. I didn't want to say his name on the air. Looks like you're out in 29 Palms. Nice truck there, buddy. Nice station. That's a heck of a antenna you got there, man. Okay, so everybody watching on the stream tonight, I am on Papa 12. I'm sorry. I'm on Papa 3 DStar, which is a...
K6EGG.
I'm going to talk to him and he'll figure out what's going on. Hey, Ian, are you there? This is Greg.
K6EGG.
K6EGG, K6IM.
Go ahead, and thank you for your help. What did I do wrong originally? What difference did it make when I made that change? I'm not saying I did anything. Like, I'm not disagreeing with anything. I just want to know what I did to fix what I did.
Oh, not a problem. Anytime. So basically, what the space does, it basically allows you to use just your call sign when in the DStar system. So if you don't have any designator after it, it's just a blank space. The second one with the A, you're designating that as an access point. So if you have the newer Icom handheld radios, they do access point mode. You can set that radio up as an access point and then use another radio. And basically, the one that's acting as an access point would be your call sign with the space A. And then the radio you're using to talk to it with would just have your call sign in it. And then you said you like to have H, so you can set another one up with an H for your house. You can pick whatever letter you want. Like I said, M for mobile, H for house, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it's whatever you like.
Question, how did they know that it wasn't correct? Was I not going to the system correctly? I'm totally uneducated on how this works. So did it fix something? Did it make me go to the system better? Was I causing a problem?
I don't think you were causing a problem. You were registered in the system. If you weren't registered in the system, you wouldn't be able to go out over the reflector. You'd still be able to use the local system, but if the system doesn't have you in there with a valid call sign and designator or the space, it just won't let you go out over the reflectors. It basically blocks you there at the local level repeater. And so now you're set up, so if you've got a handheld or something and just put your call sign in, you'll be able to use the gateway functions and link and unlink repeaters and issue commands to the reflector and also talk through the reflector. And then for your house, you would be call sign space H for that radio if you like.
Do I need to... First off, I was already able to talk to the reflector. I've never tried to change the reflectors on the repeaters because I don't know how to, and I don't want to mess anything up yet. A couple of guys were showing me, but I was able to talk to the reflectors before, so I don't know, I don't know how that worked, if it did, because I talked to somebody in Australia a few minutes ago, and I was talking to somebody in Alabama and Ohio along with them, so I don't know what the deal is with that. It's strange.
Well, first I'd say never worry about messing up the system. I helped Dennis, K6RWZ, he runs the K6WZX DStar gateway that you're registered to up at Keller Peak. I'm logged into it looking at your registration right now, trying to help you out. And I got a DStar system over here. The DStar system owners, we have software that runs on the gateway server computer that after a certain set of time, let's say somebody comes along through the area and they unlink it and they link it to another reflector. After a set period of time elapses where there's no activity, the system will automatically unlink itself and go back to where the system owner wants it to be. So I would say feel free to issue commands, and unless you're going into a groups like the Papa Systems system and they have maybe set rules on how they want you to do it, you'd have to check their website.
Copy that. And another question, and I appreciate that. I still need to read through some of the Papa system information, as I'm a fairly new member. So I'm just getting in here and talking and then leaving. Try not to talk too long. But do I need to change anything on my radio and make it an H for my home radio and like an M for my mobile radio? Do I need to designate that somewhere in my settings in my radio itself?
So you don't have to. You can use just your call sign. That's that space that we put in for your first line. You can put your call sign in every radio and use every radio. Some people like to have differentiating call signs for each radio so that people know where they're coming from. It's just user preference. That's all it's there for. So if you just want to keep it simple, like everybody, it starts off, just use your basic call sign in all your radios. If you want to get technical and have an H for your home, you would basically, where you enter your call sign into the radio, you would enter it K6EGG, and then you put a blank space and then put the H that you set up. And there you go. Then your home radio is set. And it goes in the call sign field with your call sign. So it goes call sign space H, or whatever you designated. Or you can keep it simple, just keep it just your call sign.
Copy that. And I hope people that are watching on YouTube tonight learned something as well, because I definitely learned something. I thought I was all set up and ready to go. I was close. I was almost there. So I really appreciate your help there, Ian. And I hope some people that are watching on YouTube, if not live, later on, come back and just watch the stream, learn something here. And I once again appreciate your help.
Appreciate your help.
There you go. No problem. It's all about having fun and experimenting. It's the hobby. So nobody should be afraid about using the system or feel intimidated. The system's designed pretty well, to prevent errors from occurring. If somebody tries to get out there with an unverified call sign, like I said, it won't let them get out past the local repeater level onto the network. And then system owners can also block people from being able to change stuff on the repeater. So once you read through Papa Systems rules, if they allow you to do it, I would say go for it. Try it. Try moving it over somewhere, talking to a different reflector. You're in Chino, you should be able to hit Keller Peak. So you can use, there's a 440 module up there, a 2-meter module, and a 1.2. You should feel free to use those and unlink them and link them wherever. They'll automatically go back when you're done.
Yep. I actually talked to Dennis a couple times. I'm spacing on his call letters right now. I think he's the one of the owners, or at least the operators, control ops for the Keller repeaters. He did say that, and I remember trying messing with the changing repeaters or reflectors, pardon me, and I wasn't able to do it. Maybe now I know why, because I didn't have things correctly set. So once again, another reason why I love ham radio is people enjoy sharing information and helping others out. So appreciate the help, and maybe I can help somebody else here in the future.
Sure.
Not a problem, anytime. Yeah, I was just turning the TV on and flipping through, and you came up. I've watched you once before, so I clicked it and saw you having a little trouble, so I figured I'd shoot you an email. Glad to help, and have yourself a great night. 73's K6IM.
Cool deal. Thanks again. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trying to get as many as I can. I'm not trying to sell anything or anything. Just have this set up for fun and try to help people out. And you found me and you helped me out, and I'm sure you probably helped somebody else out. So take care, Ian, and thanks again for getting in touch with me with the email. K6EGG, back to monitoring.
There you go. I hit a like and a subscribe for you. 73's K6IM.
That's pretty cool. Once again, what I just said, ham radio is about sharing information and helping out others.
KN6K.
Hey, Greg, are you still out there? This is KN6KNE. I'm back.
Copy. Welcome back. I had a couple people email me at the same time, no less, to say I wasn't set up for DStar correctly. I just needed to finish one last step. So they were nice enough to give me a hand with that, and I hope some people that are watching also maybe learned a little bit about what I did there. So what's up, man? It was great seeing you this morning, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that was a very relaxing morning. Then back to the radio. I guess it works because you're here.
Yep. And hopefully Andy will be out here shortly. He texted me. I was helping him with some problems as well. This repeater, I think, changed its call letters a couple weeks ago, and he had the old call letters put in, so he wasn't connecting to the gateway or the reflector. So I think he was putting that in, so hopefully he'll come back here shortly.
You know what? I'm on the open spot now, but the next go around, I'm going to go back to the repeater. I don't think that the call sign matters because that's what I have to open show shown on the screen. So I don't think it matters. It's just a frequency in the other settings.
K6EGG.
That's strange, because I thought they did to hook to the gateway.
How do you copy? I'm back on the connected to the repeater now.
Loud and clear, and I think I heard your brother's call letters in there as well.
K6EGG, can you hear me now?
I have you now as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't do that. Didn't connect earlier. I did change the call sign, so I don't know if that made a difference or not.
The question is, does anybody else hear you outside the reflector? I guess if your brother goes back to the hotspot, you know for sure. Or if anybody else is watching us on YouTube as well. So jump in and say hi in Reflector 12A.
Yeah, K&E, if you can hear me, on the two blocks in the radio, I push use repeater. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Comment, Tony, comment.
KN6KNE.
Go ahead.
KN6KY.
Yeah, when you were transmitting, I went to the hotspot and you are not there. So I don't think it's connecting. Let's see, the big test for me is, let's see, if Greg is in the gateway, then I guess he can hear me on both modes. But maybe everybody's on local repeater, CQ, local.
Negative. We got somebody watching on YouTube, Don, KK4QAM. He's listening on his hotspot in Alabama. He hears me. He hears you, Denny. He does not hear Tony.
Yeah, I don't hear Tony. I don't hear Tony either via my hotspot. I can only hear him through the repeater. Yeah, Tony, we got to check your settings. But, I don't have, right now I'm on the repeater. Yeah, I wonder if I'm being heard on the gateway right now. I have the old call sign. Hey, Danny, on the two to block. I selected use repeater, so I guess I'm only using the repeater, correct? Okay, when you select 2, you'll see your call sign, right? The next menu is your call sign. Oh, okay.
K6KYV.
So Denny, they hear you there. The reflector and the repeater there.
Oh, thank you, live stream fans. That really helps. DStar is very confusing because no one uses it according to the manuals. Everyone just kind of adopted this current method of using it because no one wants to take control of the, or no repeater owner wants radical control of the repeaters to connect to different parts of the gateway. But anyhow, thanks for the feedback. I wonder if Tony is looking at that setting now. Okay, I found it. Instead of use, select. Okay, I went to use no, correction, let me back up. I saw your call sign. I pushed your call sign. And then before, I pushed use repeater. So that's why you only heard me on repeater. Now I selected reflector 12A. I wonder if I'm getting out now. Oh, you changed the settings, Tony? You changed it? Let me try the open spot, and I think other viewers will try it too. Go ahead, Tony. Do it again. Okay, this is Tony, KN6KYV, wondering if I'm getting out on the reflector. No, I don't think so. Did you go to use your call sign and then from there choose use repeater? Oh, I did that the first time, and then you can only hear me on the reflector. I mean, on the repeater. Now, I selected link to reflector 12A, but that doesn't work. No, I don't think it's correct. Tony, are you by your phone? Yeah, go ahead, call me.
KN6KYV.
Hey, Greg. This is Dana and 7UFT. You out there?
Hey, Dana. Welcome aboard. It's been an interesting learning night tonight. Had a great lot of people helping me out here. Ian and Brian were emailing me, and Ian was nice enough to jump on frequency here. Go ahead, man.
Well, as one of your faithful students, yeah, I wish I would have come on a little bit earlier and caught most of that at the end, so I guess I'll have to try later. I'm curious if, with your question and others, if I'm hitting the reflector right now.
So, everybody watching on YouTube, is Dana hitting the reflector there? Should be an N7 call. Anybody in Ohio or Alabama still watching?
This is N3EPA in Ohio. Yes, he's making it.
So I'm going to continue to group with your faithful students.
I am no teacher. I'm just passing along the information, and say hi to Ray out there. He is in, I think he's in eastern Ohio, if I'm correct.
Correct?
Well, good evening, Ray. This is Dana N7UFT from Diamond Bar, California. Thanks for letting me know I'm on the reflector. It's been trial and error, but I finally got it figured out. And it really just came down to a matter of sequence. You miss the sequence, it won't work. You do it just like people tell you, step by step, it works fine.
Yeah, I agree. It's not easy. I've stumbled across making mine work. I just got lucky with it, I guess. But yeah, you're making it in there pretty good. It's good to hear you. N3EPA.
Well, good deal. Yeah. Now I'm still trying to figure out my 9700 in terminal mode. I had some catastrophic failure there before, but N6EGG is going to try and help me out and some others. But I abandoned the idea the other day when I got everything locked up on my radio.
I run mine mobile, so I don't.
Yeah, by the way, I had the same problem. Anybody watching? I was trying to set up terminal mode.
Because it looks like it's a lot of learning to do on that N3EPA.
So the biggest thing that I'm trying to deal with on that, and perhaps someone here can help me, is what ports you have to have opened by the ISP, because I've been getting conflicting stories on which ports based on different YouTube videos and folks I've talked to.
Dana, just to let you know, I tried again to go through terminal mode, and I was on YouTube, no less. I had a catastrophic failure. My throat's all dry. So I had to do a reset like you did. So I feel your pain. I still can't get my call letters in the terminal mode for the station ID, whatever it is. So, and from what I hear, it's supposed to be a port 40,000. But like you said, I heard a couple different things. You could probably open a couple different ports.
Well, the interesting part about that, Greg, is 9,000, 90,001, 9001, 9002 seems to be the most common one. 40,000 is the other one, and 41,000 is the last one I heard. However, I tried working with my ISP in all of them, and no luck.
Are you able to get your call letters in and everything where I had trouble with? A lot of it has to do with your actual ISP and your router settings. I know I do a lot of remote access to stuff through my my router here, and I had to use I forget what it's called. I go to another server, so everything goes through that. I'm trying to think of what it's called, but it fixed a lot of my problems when I started doing that. DNS server.
Reflector, it just does not connect. But yeah, I was able to get my call sign in. I'll have to go back to the trials and tribulations. It turned out to be something really stupid that I figured out by accident, and then everything lit up beautifully. But I got that one last step. But let me see if I can recall what that is, and I'll let you know in 7UFT.
Copy that. K6EGG, back to monitoring here, and also on YouTube with my call letters, K6EGG, on the Papa system, Papa 3. This is Greg, K6EGG.
N7UFT and 6UTD.
Well, good evening, sir. This is Dana. How are you doing in 7UFT?
Hey, Dana, Bill here. Just wanted to say hi. That's it. I just sat down in front of the radio and saw you on there, so... my friend Dana's on. I'll say hi.
So have you received your analyzer yet?
Just came in the mail today. I haven't had a chance to open it yet, but I'm looking forward to playing with it for sure.
One thing I forgot to ask you is when you bought it, did you buy it with the batteries or without the batteries?
For those of you watching on the stream, this will continue going. I got to grab some water downstairs. This is Greg, K6EGG. Anybody new to the stream, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there in the bottom right. Much will be appreciated here. Thank you.
Collection of rechargeable, so... Okay.
Yeah, the main thing to remember at MFJ is to make sure the switch is in the proper position, whether it's a battery or your power supply, because that can cause you all sorts of hate and discontent, and it's not an easy switch to get to.
Good deal. Thanks for the tip.
Once you get that set up and you start your measurements, then we can try and figure out what all the QRM is and try and see if we do need a preamp or if we can do it without.
Yeah, I guess the next thing I ought to get to is like an SDR play, right?
Yeah, SDR Play is really good, and AirSpy is another one. There's several good ones, but I have both.
All right, well, I got to get on it, but appreciate the direction. Thanks. What was the name of the other one other than SDR Play?
It's called AirSpy. It's another really good SDR radio. It's tiny. It's about the size of a 9-volt battery, just a little bit bigger. So if you're looking for convenience, AirSpy is one of them, and the other one, of course, is SDR Play.
All right on. I was thinking about getting something SDR anyway, just so that I wonder if I can use the same device for connecting to my computer and maybe connecting to my antenna or another antenna, whatever, and then getting a waterfall of whatever I'm trying to receive.
Well, when you come over to my QTH to help me with my terminal mode, I can show that to you, or actually, I can try and see if Greg can demonstrate it too, because SDR Play is fine for doing that. It's outstanding, actually, and you can use it with SD Runo or a couple other ones, and a lot of people do use it for the receive, since it is only receive SDR, of course. But no, I use it consistently. Whenever I talk satellite, I usually will use that as my downlink, which I can record. And SDR Runo, if you're not familiar with it, it's a fantastic program, and they just came out with a new update of some pretty fantastic things for noise blanking and noise, N7UFT.
Right on, I'll keep that in mind. Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, I won't gobble up the airways here, but hey, Greg, have you ever heard of SDR Play by any chance? Oh, looking at his feed, it appears he's left his microphone. I have to ask him later. Anyway, N6EGG and 7UTD, let me know how you do, and make sure you have a calibrated cable also for your analyzer so you know what your exact losses and gains are, which I'm sure you already know.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but good to know. All right, I'll get on that. All right, I'll let you go. Just want to say hi. You have a good evening. And 70 of TN 6U2D73.
Okay, Bill, real fine. Thanks for reaching out. And 73D also, and 70FT monitoring.
K5E, are you there? KN6KNE. Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
KN6KYV.
Yeah, I hear you through the live stream. I'm talking via the open spot, so I think I'm in the in the gateway. Try again. Roger, KN6KYV. Hello, can you hear me? No, I don't hear it. I don't hear it through the open spot. Probably still not in the gateway. Okay, all right. Okay, dinner's just ready. I'm gonna go eat. I'll play with someone later. KN6KNE cleared.
KN6KNE.
KN6KYV cleared.
KN6KYV.
Oh, I see Greg's back. Hello, Greg. We just tried again. We can't get Tony's thing to work.
Is he going direct? Or you're the one with the hotspot, right? I don't know how to troubleshoot this. Maybe Bill or somebody can help him out.
It is 8 p.m.
I'm not sure what the question is. It sounded like they were having trouble communicating with each other, but it sounded like they were both talking too, so I don't know. Greg, I'm gonna go cruise around the other bands, and I got a trip tomorrow now, so I gotta get up early. Great hearing you on DStar, and after a while, I'm sure more people will be logging in 12 Alpha. See you later, KN6KNE.
Copy that. Real quick, Denny, are you coming down to Chino Airport on Wednesday? And if so, what time?
Yeah, very possible. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. Probably going to aim for the morning. Most likely later in the morning, like 10-ish.
Okay, let me know. Send me a text earlier in the morning, and then maybe we can grab something to eat at Flo's, too. All right, man. Have a good one. Have a safe flight tomorrow. K6EGG, City of Chino.
Yeah. See you later, KN6KNE clear.
KN6KNE.
K6EGG and 7UFT.
N7UFT.
Hey, Dana, go ahead. K6EGG, City of Chino.
Yeah, I wanted that you stepped away from the microphone, but I had asked you a question over the air. Do you have SDR play or any kind of SDR radios?
I do not have any SDR whatsoever. I run all Mac, so I think most of those are compatible with PCs as far as I know, and I haven't really messed with it. I don't want to tie up a whole computer for it.
Well, actually, you can. You can do Mac, Linux, or PC, but it's something I started a quick conversation with Bill in 6UTD about using it as a receiver when you're having issues with your system. And AirSpire, a couple of them, and like Linux, Mac, or PC. And when I heard you on the radio the other night, you said you were running 200 watts. So I was wondering what kind of a linear you were using with your 9700.
About half of that was garbled. I don't know if you're running full power or not. But I did catch. I do run an amplifier. I have a Mirage B320G. It's rated for 200 watts, but on FM it does close to 220, about 215, and on sideband it's rated for it's rated for 200 in sideband as well, and it does about 195, depending on how much power I send into it. I can do a little bit over 200 in it.
Okay, yeah, because I was monitoring you on sideband and you sounded really good.
Excellent. I appreciate it. I pride myself, at least on the audio side of stuff. I would love to get a little better signal. I'm running a lot of different audio equipment, if you saw one of my YouTube videos there. So I appreciate it. Hopefully, maybe in a year or so, I'll get a bigger antenna and get out a little better. But for now, I'm going to play with some DStar, and the Papa system has got a great little system going here with their repeater network. It's very useful in Southern California. I can flip between many different repeaters in case I'm in a fringe area. I got a little bit of tiny of a dead spot, actually in your neck of the woods in Diamond Bar.
Well, I think it was yesterday when I saw you driving by. You were 2 miles away from my QTH. I was going to say hi to you, but you were in a conversation, so I didn't want to intrude. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. I was watching your 2.7 and 2.5, and I think you're going to lunch or something.
Was that yesterday? I think I was coming home from lunch, or grabbing lunch down in Downey.
You're heading to QTH.
Yeah, I think I just went to pick it up, and I brought it home for my wife and myself. My daughter has a little stomach bug she picked up from her preschool, so kind of taking care of that. But yeah, I try to leave a little bit of a lull between keys, like they suggested, or they would ask us on the Papa system, so somebody can jump in. So feel free to jump in, man. At least say hi. Yeah, I think I went by your house that day. Actually, I think I got off the freeway too.
Yeah, I see that Don, KK4QAM, is dropping off RF, but he has an SDR play with the RSP1 and thinks it's a good system. Maybe I'll shoot something your way and you can investigate it a bit.
Yeah, feel free.
Okay, well, I'll let you go. Thanks a lot, and I'll be listening in K6EGG and 7UFT.
Copy that. This is Greg monitoring Papa 3, or on Papa 3, and monitoring Reflector 12A here in Southern California from Chino, California. This is Greg, K6EGG, and also on YouTube with my call letters, K6EGG.
EGG.
So for those of you watching on YouTube, Ian, who was helping me out with the DStar registration and some settings I had wrong, as well as Brian, I'll get his call letters here in a little bit. I don't know if he wants me to share them on YouTube or not, but he was in the YouTube chat as well. Basically, this is a run through on how to register your DStar here. Which I did already, but you put your callers in there and so forth. And I got to go back to the email to pick up the next page. I think it's the next page. I want to get to the part where I messed up, which is here. Right here. For those of you who are watching, Ian was nice enough to send me a screenshot. I got to get rid of my email here. I don't want my emails to go on the stream because that's also my work account. The DStar registration, when actually Ian was very good about. I'm a visual person. I didn't quite understand what the space was, but in this area right here. You're supposed to have no initial at all. And for some reason, when I went on the gateway and tried to change that through the server I was on, it would not let me use it. So I had to change browsers, which is, I remember that was a problem I had when I originally registered, and I didn't understand what the initials were. So now I do understand. So I selected 1 and 2 here. Selected this right here, the initial, and hit the space bar. Then the second one, I put H for home, capital H, which I didn't know that was a big deal. It is not an access point, so I did not hit that key right there. So that's where I had my problem. DStar is still pretty new to me. It's probably pretty new to a lot of people, and there's a lot of different ways to use it. So I didn't know, and someone found it that was watching the YouTube channel or heard me on the DStar Papa Network, and or there was listening to Reflector 12, and I kind of ran across my mistake here. So once again, I appreciate all the help. I know I've tried to help some other people with some other things, and people return the favor and helping me out. So that's always useful. I always welcome. And I was sitting there trying to chat with 4 million people at once, and on the stream as well as talking on the radio and talking on the chat itself within the YouTube page and checking email. So I get a little, I wouldn't say frustrated, but I'm trying to get all this information going on at once. So sometimes I don't come across very clearly. So I apologize, and thanks again for the help. And let's see if let's get back some radio and see if anybody else is on frequency here or on the reflector.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf monitoring, DStar Papa 3 and Reflector 12 Alpha for the city of Chino.
I might just go back to sideband here. I think I am. I don't hear anybody coming back, so back to sideband I go. See if anybody's on sideband here.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, monitoring 144250, upper sideband, City of Chino. Kind of a quiet night here on sideband. It's the first time I haven't heard anybody on here at all tonight. This is Greg, K6EGG, City of Chino.
Okay, some guys and girls, maybe, if they're watching. Where should I go to next? I don't do too many analog repeaters. But, you know what we can try? Let's see if anybody's on the... see if anybody's on this one. So this is a Keller Peak DStar repeater. K6EGG. It's actually the one DStar repeater I am registered with. So let's see if anybody's on frequency here.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, monitoring. I believe it's reflector 70 Charlie here on the K6EGG repeater up on Keller Peak. Once again, this is Greg in the City of Chino. K6EGG.
Hey, Greg. You just came through on reflector 12, just so you know. K6EGG.
Oh, no, that's very strange. I didn't change any reflector stuff, so I don't know how I'm doing that, unless this repeater's hooked up on reflector 12.
Well, you're absolutely correct that it's supposed to be on 70, but I noticed today that it didn't seem like the automatic reset was working, so maybe someone connected it today and forgot to disconnect it and put it back.
So would I be coming out of the Papa system as well?
Yeah, so maybe I'll just fix it right now.
Hold on a second. I want to do a little test here. I'm going to see if I come out of the Papa system. I'm duplexing through my other receiver.
You are coming out of the Papa system because my hotspot's set to reflector 12.
And take a look at my... That's like a heck of an echo. Take a look at my stream. I can listen to myself come back through the Papa system repeater. Yeah, that's strange. I wonder if when it got changed over.
Yeah, it sounds like someone connected it and forgot to disconnect.
So here's the other thing that, remember we were talking about the other day with Gabe, K6N, that delay, that when you hear yourself slap back off the repeater when you unkey sometimes. So when I'm listening to myself very, very low off the Papa system repeater off of Santiago right now, I'm hearing myself delayed exactly that much. So I'm thinking that when you unkey, you're hearing yourself come back off the repeater just a hair second. I think it's probably about a half a second later. Does that make sense?
it makes sense. And I think it's a good theory. I don't think that's it though, but I can see why you would think that.
And are you watching the stream right now?
No, I'm just finishing up some dinner here for my kids. They didn't want to eat one time, and oh well, I gotta finish it now. But I will in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. K6EGG.
Copy that. You can actually see yourself come out of the Papa system as well as the Keller Peak system, or Keller Peak repeater, I should say. And when I'm talking on the Keller Peak repeater, I can see my message come across off the receive off the Papa Santiago repeater, which is kind of cool. So I can see how my radio's set up.
Copy radio set up. I'll be back. N6EGG.
K6EGG, W6D, UO.
I do have a copy on you there, Don. Nice to talk to you. It's been a little bit. Just doing some messing around, some testing here on DStar. It's pretty cool stuff. I don't know how long you've been watching, but talked to somebody in Australia. We got a new person out in Alabama, Don as well. So it was kind of cool to make contact with those two.
Yeah, I was watching part of that. I got called away. A tenant called me and said, "Oh, I got some kind of bugs in my house," and so I had to break away. And I think it's termites, but that's another problem for another day. Yeah, I'm on the hotspot now, Greg.
Excellent. You're coming through good. I'm now listening to only the Keller Peak Ki-6WZX repeater. I was just listening also my other VFO, the Papa 4. Is it Papa 4? Yeah, I think it's Papa 4. Santiago, and it's hearing you come out of that too as well. So all those must be linked together for some reason.
I think all the Papa repeaters are linked together. I guess the ones that are DStar compatible, we're probably coming out on those. I just hear somebody coming out on 250.
Yeah, but I'm not talking into a pop-up repeater right now. I'm talking into the Keller repeater, which should be a standalone. So somebody must have linked it together.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, that's on 5.2. I guess they're talking on 5.2. Yeah, I thought you were talking on I thought it was a pop-up repeater, but so is it a standalone repeater, Keller Peak?
Yeah, as far as I know, I think it's connected to a reflector 12 alpha right now, which is the Papa system repeater. So very interesting.
I'm talking on 12 alpha, right? So, and we went, of course, you don't have a hotspot. You couldn't go to 14 Charlie because you can't hit that repeater, right?
I don't know what 14 Charlie repeater reflector is hooked up to, so, and I don't have a hotspot. Where's 14 reflector 14 Charlie hooked up to right now?
That's Gabe's repeater, N6CYP, and it's hooked up. He keeps it on 14 Charlie all the time, and it's most people use that repeater from Northern California down to Southern California.
N6UTD.
Yeah, it's the Pacific Northwest too, like Nevada, Oregon, Washington. A lot of people in those areas use it too. Anyway, N6EGG.
Yeah, I was aware of that, Bill. I do hear a lot of people from up in that part of the country.
Yeah, and just for those who are wondering, I think the reflector actually is housed in Las Vegas. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, I think I know why this thing's hooked up to reflector 12 alpha, because the Papa DStar repeater that's out in the desert right now is down, so they may have hooked this one up so they had coverage out there.
Good idea, Greg, but this one doesn't reach out there, so that wouldn't be it. But good idea if it did.
Oh, I thought this thing had coverage out to like Barstow. I'm looking on the repeater book right now.
Yeah, it covers the high desert, but for some strange reason, it can't hit the low desert. Trust me, I've tried and done a lot of testing down there.
Yeah, when I said the desert, that's what I was referring to. It looks like you can, it's like almost make it out to like Baker, actually.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, well, I heard you say Edom Hill, so that's low desert, so that's why I assumed that. But anyway, and they did replace that one, by the way. But yeah, it can hit probably hit out to just about to Baker. I haven't tried it. So, all along Highway 58, kind of that mountain that you cross over when you're going from south to north zone. So you can't actually hit it in Barstow. There's probably spotty coverage on the 40 beyond that. It's probably very spotty though. But you can probably get it most along Highway 58. So all that other area there, all along Highway 58, or not 58, yeah, 58. Yeah, along 58 is pretty well covered by it.
And by the way, you're dropping out pretty bad. I only caught like half of what you said. Which repeater are you in right now? Are you talking on the Keller, or you're in directly into like a Papa, or you're in your hotspot?
Well, I was on my hotspot, but then I switched over to the repeater, and so I guess now I'm back on the hotspot. I guess I should have used higher power. I wonder if I used higher power, it would have made it, but it's kind of weird because it's not that far from me here. But anyway, yeah, that's it.
So I'm looking online at the Papa System website. It said the Blue Ridge repeater analog repeaters are down, but the DStar repeater is still operating okay. So I don't know. Maybe I got confused. And the Blue Ridge covers a lot of the high desert from what I'm seeing on the map.
Yeah, Blue Ridge covers a large footprint of the high desert, just like the Keller one does. But from what I can tell, even though, I checked the website and I saw exactly what you're seeing too, but it appears as though Blue Ridge is also down because I can't hit it. I can't bring it up now. And I was talking with I think it was MDE up in the high desert, up in Apple Valley. And he also reported that he couldn't hit Blue Ridge either. And that's his primary repeater that he uses.
And that was Blue Ridge DStar, correct? So that, I guess maybe they need to update on that on their website.
Yeah, I should have been more specific. Yeah, what I meant, since we were talking about DStar, yeah, that's what I meant, is use DStar.
Anybody new watching the stream tonight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below on the right. Trying to get up to 500 subscribers before the end of the calendar year. I think we can do it. We're almost halfway.
I think this is the most DStar talking I've done today. I was able to talk to somebody in Alabama, found us on the YouTube page, and somebody popped in from Melbourne, Australia, and his call was VK3FCCK. His name was Nick.
Very cool. Well, I just tested Blue Ridge again, yeah, and it's down. The Blue Ridge DStar repeater is down. So, for Papa. So, anyway, but cool, yeah, what I've noticed is it seems like people who are kind of follow where there might be a good time zone that might have some DStar traffic. So that's what brings a lot of them over here.
Well, hopefully newcomers will come in. That was seeing his call sign. I'm like, a V. I'm like, what? So that was pretty cool. That was the second international contact I made on DStar. So actually third. Make that third. I talked to somebody in New Zealand one night that found us on YouTube. And we had him jump over to, I think we're on reflector 70. And then on this one, I talked to somebody in South Korea. Fred found him. I don't know how, but he got him on here and chatted with him for a second. The language barrier was a little difficult to get through. It's hard to understand, so we just made the contact and moved on. But that was some cool stuff, man.
Reflector 30 Charlie is pretty big with Europe and Australia, a couple of them over there, and 3 EPA.
Hey there, Ray. Welcome back. Have you made some contacts on those? Just, driving through the desert or whatever? That'd be pretty cool stuff.
I have, I'll listen to 12 Alpha, nothing's going on. I'll switch over to 30 Charlie, and that's pretty busy mostly all through the night. Very early morning, there's usually somebody on there, but yeah, it's a pretty busy reflector.
Hey Ray, good evening, Bill here. Yeah, it is, and there's I forget the guy right now. I forget the guy's call sign, but there's another trucker. He lives up on, I think, Ontario, Canada. Anyway, I'll bet you could probably talk to him over there, because that's where he hangs out.
I think I have actually listened to him talk to somebody else that was wanting to go to driving school, and our company has that ability here. I'm actually a trainer for my company, so yeah, I've talked to a guy about getting a job where I'm at here. So yeah, it's pretty neat to be able to do that.
Yeah, he's pretty fun to talk to because he's.
Hey, anybody watching the stream tonight? Looks like we got 9 or 10 of you. 10 of you guys in there. Feel free to jump in the chat, say hi. Love to hear where you're from, where you found us, and any suggestions for the channel as well. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Earlier today, but maybe it works the same way. Maybe the timeout timer is not resetting, so I might let Dennis know that.
And Bill, were you out on sideband at all? I didn't really hear too much activity on sideband the last couple hours.
No, I've been busy most of the day, so I have not been playing radio much today, so I was not over there yet.
And I don't think Ray has. I don't think you can be shooting any DX that far away, unless you're in New Hampshire, like that one guy did.
No, DStar's the best you're going to get from me. Unless you're on HF, I got 40 meters. Looking to upgrade my antenna, so I'll have a couple other bands there maybe next year.
As I said before in the past, I'm looking to upgrade my license, but I just haven't found it in me to just sit there and study for a couple hours a day. So who knows? If I get knocked out of work for medical, I might spend time doing that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here in the next couple weeks. And real quick, Ray, are you moving right now, or are you stationary for the night?
I'm stationary right now, but I'll be leaving here at midnight my time, so yeah, I got a few more minutes. But yeah, it doesn't matter. This thing works just as good rolling as it does stopped.
Do you have another driver you're with right now? You said you were training.
No, he is out on his own, doing his own thing now. He's doing pretty good. Had a little problem with his logs this morning. He forgot to log out and left himself on duty for over 80 hours. Couldn't fix that, so he had to wait for somebody to come in the office so he can get his day started. But little mistakes are going to happen. So yeah, I'm all by myself again.
And I don't know if you knew, but Eric, W6GLA, used to drive for, I don't know, I want to say the company, but he used to make runs to Iowa once or twice a week or something like that from Southern California. So he used to, I think, dual drive or whatever they call it, two drivers or whatever they call it.
Team driving.
And in your personal opinion, would you rather team drive or you rather drive by yourself?
I would rather drive by myself. This truck isn't big enough for two people. I train to help somebody else get their start, and I do it to give back a little, but yeah, the trucks aren't big enough for two people, and you don't sleep well when the truck's moving, so it ends up being very unhealthy, and yeah, I'm not interested, but I don't mind helping somebody out. I've done 2 trainees this year. I'll probably do maybe one more, and then maybe one in the spring, I think, and then I'll be done for that for a while. Unless I need some extra money, that's a good opportunity there to make a little extra cash.
At least you get paid extra for training people. In my line of work, we don't. I don't mind showing people, but sometimes you put out a lot of effort and give them a lot of useful knowledge and experience, and it doesn't really go anywhere. It kind of feels like a waste of energy sometimes, and I'm sure you know what I mean by that.
I do, but in my job, if they don't get and they don't understand what they're doing, they're going to kill somebody. So I kind of got to make sure that they understand or they don't do the job. So.
Absolutely. I have a lot of respect for truck drivers. A lot of people don't. I always try to give them space on the highways. You know, most of them are the most courteous drivers in the world. So I totally understand. I work with a lot of them. I work in a trailer, I guess you can say. We call it a truck. And I chat with those guys all the time, and they tell me some pretty interesting stories. And you know, it's just I'm sure you've driven across the country many times, and you see the different driving patterns in the different areas of the country. I'm sure Southern California is pretty interesting, especially when it rains.
Oh, the rain thing is everywhere. Even worse when you get into some place like Texas or the southern part of the country that doesn't know how to deal with snow or ice. Yeah, that's a fun one there.
Yeah, that's something, the snow and ice that you referred to, we don't deal with in Southern California pretty much ever, but the rain makes people lose their minds and drive faster for some reason. I don't understand it. I'd rather drive 40 miles an hour on the highway in the rain and get there safely than drive 70 and get there 5 minutes early, if you know what I mean.
That's about it. There's not much of a difference in your speed as to how long it takes to get there. I don't know. People think that they're saving a bunch of time, but they're not. It's only like minutes compared to like hours or anything.
So you're in Ohio right now. Will you make the last leg to your home QTH on this drive when you start out at midnight your time, which is only about 16 minutes away or so?
Yeah, I go pick up a load of yogurt and deliver it over to Allentown, and then I go home from there. It's about an hour and a half from my house, but yeah, it's a full 10-hour day by the time I get done with it. So just trying to get home. I need a little break. I gotta get out of the truck for a while.
I don't blame you. I used to, well, I'd say probably 4 or 5 years. I went to, I'd stay in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. I'd fly into Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and I remember a couple times I've had to drive from Wilkes-Barre or from Long Pond into Philadelphia through Allentown. So I know that highway pretty well. I remember there was like a big downhill going into Allentown. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, Interstate 80, there's a couple of them there, but Interstate 80 is a big one right outside of Long Pond there.
Yep, I made that drive a couple times in the middle of the night. I'd get the email at midnight, night before my 6 a.m. flight, and saying that the flight's canceled. We rebooked you through Philadelphia, and your flight leaves at 5:50 a.m. So I jump in the car and have to drive. I think it was pretty close to 2.5 hours. I want to say. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I run from Allentown. You might have went across and went down the turnpike, but did you go toll road or was it free?
I got to be totally honest with you. It's about 10 years ago. I was half asleep, and I just took the road that was quickest to get me there. But I do remember going through Allentown, and I think I switched highways in Allentown, I believe, to something else.
Yeah, that might be where you picked up the turnpike. The turnpike runs you right down to Philly there. Yeah, it's a nice ride. I go to Allentown and then I go back up through up through Long Pond to go home. So.
Yeah, you know what? That's why I think I made the turn there in Allentown. I remember that now.
Hey, Ray, do you think you could, are you able to conveniently switch reflectors right now?
Well, which one would you like to go to?
Let's go to 70 Charlie so that we're not constantly for our right queue here.
And are you going to switch this one over to 70 Charlie?
Yeah, I was thinking we probably should.
Okay, I made it here.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
K6EGG.
Remote system unlinked.
N.
Remote system linked. You. Greg, give me a kid over here.
N6UTD.
Yeah, I didn't have to make any changes, so I just sat here and listened. Now, did you do that through your memory, or do you have to go through another mode to do that?
Usually, in your call sign, either direct input UR or in your call sign section.
I only got about half of that right there. You want to repeat? I only got about half of that right there.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the way I do it is I go into the reflector section, usually, if that radio is set up that way. And then I select direct input, and then I just put in whatever reflector I want to link it to. But if I can't do it that way, then I'll do either your call sign, and I'll just type the commands manually, or I'll go to direct input UR and type the command manually.
Is there a way to do that through the memory?
Well, on a lot of them, once you've done it once, it remembers it. So maybe I'll send you a little video or something.
That would be great. Love to see. I kind of know how to do it through the DR mode, but if I'm in memory mode, I don't think I know how to do that unless I put the reflector in the memory mode, I think.
Well, I just click on the to field. I mean, there's multiple ways of doing it, but the easiest way is to click on the to field, and then depending on the radio, it's either going to be your call sign or reflector. And then if it's reflector, I select direct input, and then I'll just put in the reflector number, because it already is building the command. It has a command builder there, and so it builds a command, and so you just put in the reflector number and then the module, and it builds the command for you, and then I just press the push to talk.
But that's in DR mode, correct? Not in memory mode, right?
Yeah, so if you're talking about the regular memory mode and you're not using DR mode, yeah. So then you, the way I do it, and I think there's maybe a slightly faster way of doing this using the CS button, but the way I do it is I just go in there and type the command, which it's really simple to type anyway. It's just, like in this case, it would have been REF 070CL. And that would go in the UR field.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out one night. But I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I know Ray's got to take off here shortly, and I want to jump in the shower and get into bed. I'm going to try to do a workout tomorrow morning, see how I feel. Thanks for the info there on the reflectors. And Ray, you have a good night as well. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm signing off for this evening.
Yeah, good talking to you again, Greg. Have a good night. I'll catch you guys again. This is M3 EPA. I'll be clear. Phil, good talking to you too. M3 EPA Mobile.
Good talking to you guys too, and I'll just give you the quick overview right now. It's pretty simple, Greg. It's so the first, the seventh character is always the module, and the eighth character is the command. So L is the linking command, and so that's why that went there. So the reason I focus on the seventh and eighth characters is because sometimes repeater names can have repeater names or reflector. Well, repeater names, but reflectors, it's always, in the D plus systems, it's always 6 characters. So REF means reflector, and then 3 digits for the reflector number, and then the module, and then the command. So that's kind of the syntax of it all. Anyway, all right. Good night. Have a good one. N6UTD-73.
Copy that. Have a good one. K6EGG clear.
Turn my mic on there. Sorry, it's been a long day. This is Greg, K6EGG. Thanks again for watching the live stream tonight. We've got a couple new viewers and a couple people jumping on the reflectors from out different parts of the country and world, for that matter. We talked to somebody in Australia. His call letters were, I can pick it up here, VK3FCCK. Seems a little bit of a weird call sign, at least the FCCK. Put another letter in there in the middle somewhere. Anyways, that was Nick out in Melbourne, Australia. Talked to Don, which actually he found us on YouTube, KK4QAM. So great to hear him. He's got a YouTube page as well. I subscribe to him. I'm going to check out some of his videos tomorrow morning. Looking forward to it. He looks like he also knows Joe Brett down in Alabama as well. So I think they're in the same area, actually. I watched them on Tuesday late afternoons here. I think it's like 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. It's like Ham Radio Clubhouse, I believe. But he just kind of ragged you, BSing back and forth. Just having a good time. So once again, thanks for watching the Greg K6EGG live stream. About 9 p.m. here in Southern California. Anybody new today, like what you hear, I come on about 2 or 3 days a week, and you can subscribe and get alerted whenever I go live. So once again, thanks for watching, and have a good evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.